On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. So South Carolina's return team didn't help matters out much with that one. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
And the Gamecocks headed quickly to the line. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
The Gamecocks will punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He gets a block, and the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. So Missouri's offense will go to work for the first time. You know, yards figure to be hard to come by through the air, but some quarterbacks, Jesse, just love to go at the star corner.
Yeah, and this guy's got confidence. He's not afraid to go at anybody, but he better be careful because this cornerback is one of the best in the nation.
One of the best, no doubt. I think they will trust him on defense to make plays. So you got to make a decision. Is my guy good enough to beat him on the outside? I am fascinated by this matchup.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They go right back to him. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You got an opportunity right now. You got the football early in this game to show you. This is going to be more of the same, Palmer.
Well, we talked to both coaching staffs and players, and they're all very aware of what happened the last time these two teams played. So expect everybody's A-game today. Reese, you're right. We expect this one to be a lot tighter.
These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
You know, this zone replay is something they rep over and over and over in practice. This guy can run it and execute it in his sleep. Good decision there keeping the football.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Here's the handoff. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. They'll try to get it through the air. They're setting up the screen. And the completion gives them a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
And had they not picked up that first down, it would have been decision time for the head coach, right? You're kind of in no man's land on the fridge. Are you trying a long field goal? Are you going for it on 4th down? But because of the execution there and the nice throw, let's keep this drive going. Let's see if we can get 6.
Missouri really moving on offense, set up with another first down. Leaves it with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
They've got a really good drive going, but a little speed bump here at 2nd and 13. Looking to throw, it's Cook. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Throws to the wideout. Lays out, gives up his body, and makes the grab on the right side.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Handoff to the single back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
The noise level is relentless here on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Zings it complete to the right. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
And the throw and catch was good, but you got to do it in the field of play, and he couldn't quite keep that foot in bounds.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. He got it. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Pocket starts to collapse. Just a short pass to the tight end. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. They're going to run it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the 2nd. Scanning the field, it's Sellers. Finds his tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
And the Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Wide open downfield. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 33. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
The give to the right. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Looking to pass, it's Sellers. Right down the middle. He makes a catch. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
They'll give it to the back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Using his legs, it's Sanders. Not much room. He gets 1 down to the 7. The Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on 3rd. Lets it go to the end zone. Grab near the sticks. It's Bennett. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, South Carolina! Now that's the way to bail out the rest of the team. Start with bad field position, put together a drive anyway.
And very confident. You can see the quarterback just had a bit of a swagger race. He was like, look, all right, we're starting deep in our own end. Special teams didn't help us out, but we can fix that right now, fellas. And they went out and looked so good on that last drive.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Leaves it with the running back.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Cook. Quickly complete. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. So Missouri will have to punt it away. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Going up top on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Well, they execute the in route. And how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Looking to move it through the air. Catch in the middle. It's Simon. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the 1st down.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage, and he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush, he didn't hurry, he took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
Quickly to the tight end. And the Gamecocks get enough for the 1st down.
Well, they pick up the 1st against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it 1 high safety? Is it 2 high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Hey, we're getting close to halftime, and it looks as if the big fella wants to be all over the highlights.
Goodness gracious, he is open. When he leaves the huddle, apparently he's open. A ton of catches already early in this ball game. They are featuring him and finding him.
Looking downfield, it's Sellers. He makes the connection. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
The Gamecocks will line it up on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. He's got it. Defense knocks him down immediately after the catch, but now they're facing a goal-to-go situation from the 7. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. And the Gamecocks will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. He's looking to pass. He's got it on the run. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. Splits the uprights. Good. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys, and I need not tell you Rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion, and no surprise we saw just that in the first half today. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
The Tigers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Working that left side now. And he has run out of bounds as they go backwards there and just avoided the contact. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. They'll leave it with him. Shakes off the tackle. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last one.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Pressure coming. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
This was one of the keys to the game. Could this quarterback, could he extend plays and then make throws in scramble situations? That time, the defense was able to get to him and bring him down for a huge loss.
Missouri will have to send out the punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He'll bring it back. It's McDowell. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Fowler, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
The Gamecocks want to move quickly. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Coming after it. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Getting some heat. With the catch, it's Sanders. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, offensive coordinators put in countless hours every week trying to formate and use different personnel groupings and shifts and motions to give their offense a success on third down. You can tell in this game, this offensive coordinator, he has put in the work this week.
Give to the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He'll try it again. They get him down after a 4-yard gain to the 6. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Looking to throw on 3rd. Going for 6. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the field because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So they start in a great spot, move the ball 34 yards, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. They're lining up to boot it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Running back searching for a hole. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on them.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the 1st down.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off, and he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
Red pass, it's complete. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Missouri comes to the line with another 1st down. Handoff to the lone back. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the 1st. On fourth down, going to the air. Trying to get to him. He'll pull it down and run. Got all he needed for the first down, and then he gets down on the slide.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Cooper. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
From the gun, the running back has it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Until that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten halves to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Looking to throw, it's Cook. He's got it down the middle. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a second down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
Missouri wants to go fast. Looking to throw on second down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Quickly complete. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those third down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Smart move to keep it on the ground. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
Yeah, and a nice job by this defense. This is a critical moment, right? We got to get the football back. They're backed up, thank goodness. Force a punt here, get the football back so we can make some magic here in this fourth quarter.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. The give. Plows through the defense. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They stop him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down.
When you're down like this late in the game in a 2-minute situation, you're going to have to take some risks. They're very lucky that last throw, though, was not intercepted.
Wideouts all wadded up in a bunch. Looking for a man. It's Cook. Fires to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. They're bringing heat. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Makes a grab enough for the 1st. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. And that can really take the wind out of a defense's sails when you convert with a 4th down completion.
Great chemistry there between the quarterback and his target. 4th down, you got to have it. You got to be on the same page, and they were there.
Looking to throw it again. It's complete to the right. At the 35, he's open. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
They'll throw it on 1st down. They're trying to get to it. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there.
Love the effort up front. If at first you don't succeed, try again. He had all day to throw the ball, but finally the rush was able to get to him, and because of that, that forced the incompletion.
After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Cook. Feeling some heat. They get to him as he throws. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect the quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this.
Throws toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Going for it all. Makes the grab. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock. How about that one? 4th and forever, and he just turned one loose and fired it for the 1st down.
Man, does that sting. Defensively, you get him in the perfect situation. You know they're going to pass the football. You play the ball deep, and you give up a deep pass. That is a back-breaking play.
And here's a great example of living to play another day. QB in the pocket, nobody open, throw it out of bounds.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He's looking to throw. And that one is right on target if his target was the first row.
Well, the defense is making some big plays here right up against their own goal line. They forced 2 straight incompletions, now setting up 3rd down. You're expecting pass again. Is this a situation where they're going to want to blitz, or do they stay back, play zone, and try to break on the ball?
And they'll try to bite a chunk out of this lead on 3rd and goal. Pocket starts to collapse. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.